everybody, what's up? We are here with a timeless reading. So I don't know which sign this reading is for yet. Actually, I do. This is a Virgo reading. How I'm going to do this, something that you're thinking about, how I'm going to do this, how I'm going to be doing some of the readings is that I won't know what sign it's for, and then whatever the first zodiac out is, that's what I'm going to put the label as. Okay, so Virgo, what I'm seeing is something that you're thinking over here, something that you're analyzing, something that you're reflecting on. This feels like something important. I'm seeing you've definitely been spending time thinking about this. Looks like a relationship of sorts. This can have to do with a dynamic. It can have to, yes, somebody that you're working with also. When I say working with, this can definitely mean as far as like your job and stuff like that, but it can also be in your personal life. It can be in your personal life as well. I'm seeing Gemini here. Something about dancing or movement is coming through. Or like exercise of some sort. Yeah, I'm seeing you trying to figure out your next move here. It looks like it's up to you to do something, and that may be stressing you out a bit. Yeah, I'm getting you like worried about something going on with you and this person. Upset. I'm seeing you be at a point where you've done a lot of work to step up, like even when it hasn't been the most comfortable situations, where it's been like you need to be the one to do something instead of like relying on somebody else. And this situation may be like another one of those challenging moments where it may be more comfortable to be reserved in a situation, but it's actually needed for you to step up. And I think at this point you're recognizing that is kind of laying on you, resting on you to do this. But I'm seeing you be very capable, you know, like I'm seeing when you take action and when you need to do what needs to be done, I'm seeing you very like qualified. But something about what's going on with you and this person, it may be feeling like distracting to you, or you may be feeling emotionally distraught. It feels kind of like trying to make something work, but it may be feeling frustrating, and like you're trying to like be a good collaborator with this person, but you just feel really upset, like are we doomed, or are things like not going to work out with us? But I'm seeing you may feel like something is out of your hands, or it's just not working, or like you want it to be a certain way and it's not being a certain way. And I'm seeing it like specifically have to do with you and this person. Some of you have a child with them, or like somebody that you mutually take care of. It can be an animal too. Expressing how you feel to this person may actually be helpful rather than holding it in, because you may not have fully expressed how you're feeling towards them, and it may not be something that they're fully aware of. Like, I'm actually seeing something that you may look at and be like, how could that be a strength? I'm actually seeing it be like posed as a strength here, as like a strategy, not in like a cunning sort of way, but more like being open with this person about how you're feeling. Because you may be, I'm getting that they like may not be aware of like the depth or the like severity of how you're feeling. Meaning like you may be a bit like blunted around them or something like that, where you're not like really showing them. Or like keeping something to yourself and being like, well, why would I tell them, or like that's not theirs to deal with, but I'm actually getting you being guided to let this person in on how you're feeling. I just get like a very distraught vibe with this. Almost like not maybe seeing a way out of this situation or how to make it work at this point. But yeah, it's going to be helpful to like wear your heart on your sleeve with this. I feel like it's about how affected you are by this situation. That's what's going to be helpful, because this person like doesn't know how affected you are, and I'm getting that just being transparent in this way, it's like that's the advice. It's going to be helpful. So, and I'm getting to, you may feel like this is sort of like all up to you as well, and maybe you're going to show this person too that you feel like the weight of the world is on your shoulders here, and they may not know again that you're feeling that way. Like I'm getting them not being aware of something because of like how you're holding it together, just what you're not showing them. But I'm getting it's going to be helpful. That's why it's suggested. It's going to be helpful to you and your dynamic and your relationship with this person to like let them know how you're feeling about this, to show them, because they're not as aware as they could be, and it's affecting something here. Yeah, I'm getting you like also not feeling like things are effective. Like no matter what you do, no matter what efforts you make, that is like not really doing anything. You could also be in a spot where you're like, how is that going to work, or how is that going to help? But I mean, are you desperate enough to take any suggestion now at this point because you just want something to be better? Because I'm just getting you be like, you want help, and you like letting this person know how you're feeling. It just like communicating, because I'm getting again like I'm seeing you be very affected by something, but I'm getting like your partner may not be super aware of that, and like you guys are meant to be a team together, and you may feel like you're making all the efforts to work together, or you're like really trying but it's not really doing anything, and it's because they're like not fully in an empathetic space with you. So you letting them in on what's going on with you, it's going to open the door for them to like view that. It's going to like give them a chance. It's going to give them an opportunity. Because I'm seeing you reflecting and being like, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? And it's actually this. Because I'm seeing like so many different things that you've done and efforts that you make, like seeing the Hermit and the Eight of Pentacles. It's like all of the energy that you've given to this, like consistently showing up. But then Five of Pentacles is like, does it even make a difference at all? Like, is it even doing anything? And then I'm seeing you like go back into this reflective space and being like, what can I do? So I'm seeing that be like the question you're posing to yourself, and it's actually about communicating more with this person and letting them know, like being a bit vulnerable with them here. And like I'm sure you also have your reasons for maybe why you hadn't been doing that too, but that's really what the suggestion is here. Yeah, you feel like things aren't, there's not like the type of, it doesn't feel equal to you. Like something is feeling very mismatched. And I'm seeing you be like, how can I show up? How can I show up? How can I show up? And I'm seeing you giving like an appropriate amount of energy to this, but then still feeling sort of distraught about, you just may feel like you're showing up and your partner's not giving 100%. Because I'm getting you feel like you're missing out. Like really craving something that's going to feel balanced and not feeling that that's what's happening here. Like you see, I'm getting like even a vibe of desperation. I'm not saying that in like any sort of bad way. We're just like describing energetically what's going on here, meaning somebody like really wanting something or like longing for something, because I feel like desperation has a bad connotation where it's like shameful to be desperate about something, but I'm not getting it like that. I'm just getting it like fervently wanting something. Like, see how these people here in the Five of Pentacles, which is like, you know, they're not having a good time. They don't really like the spot that they're in. Things could definitely be better. And see how they're like looking over here, like very longing for things to feel like balanced and equal and fair and stuff like that. Like, that's what I'm getting you really are desiring. And I'm seeing you like making these efforts to show up with this person and then just like feeling really upset about the way that it's going. Like, to have Three of Pentacles and the Nine of Swords, it's like I'm trying to work with them, like we're trying to work together, and it's just like something may feel just very much beyond your control at this point. I will say this too, like for some of you as well, you may show your partner like certain things and think that that should show them like how you're feeling, but you may need to be a bit more direct with them. Like, you may, just because you can intuitively pick up on things or just notice things, it doesn't mean that other people are in a space where they're like present and aware of those things too. Like, we all have our different things that we lean towards as far as what may be easier for us to do and understand, and we all have our special talents, right? You may be able to pick up on even the slightest like shifts with your partner may not be in that space with you, because maybe they have something else that is like easier for them, like an affinity that they have instead, you know. So I'm getting that you being transparent with them is definitely going to be helpful. Yeah, they don't know. They don't know how affected you are. For some of you, you even like gone out of your way to keep this to yourself. Like, they don't know how severely this has been affecting you. There's something important here about trusting your intuition. I'm seeing you getting nudges that you may have been ignoring as well. It's like these little things that if you just tune into them and sort of follow suit and trust where you're being guided, where you're being led, it's going to bring you to a place you want to be. But like, exposing how you're feeling with them is important. Also too, like, some of you may be keeping something as well from your partner, and they also don't know something, I'm seeing. And that may also be something that's been affecting you as well. Yeah. I'm seeing it be like something that hasn't been spoken about. For some of you, it has to do with another person. Not for all of you, but for some of you. Or like another relationship or something. But I'm just, all in all, what I'm seeing is that like open communication, especially, I'm not saying about every single thing in the entire world. Like, specifically what I'm seeing here is like you're trying to show up with your partner and work with them, and they're not realizing yet how affected you are, like like the severity of how you're feeling just about things, and communicating with them is what's being suggested here. If you were looking for advice, which it seems like that's what you've been thinking about, trying to figure out, like, what can I do, what can I do, what can I do? So that's what I'm seeing be suggested. Okay. And also, too, some of you as well have like certain expectations, and communicating that as well is important too. Or you feel like, let's say it like this, maybe you have communicated your expectations with your partner. You may say to them, like, this is a need of mine, and if you can't meet it, like, we're gonna have to do something about that, because like I need this need met, you know, and like have a conversation about that, because some of you haven't been saying something. Okay. But you like have this feeling, but you've like sort of been keeping it to yourself, but you're like really feeling a lacking, because this may be a need of yours that your partner is not meeting, and it may be like really getting to you at this point. Okay. All right, Virgo, we are going to leave the reading here. So I'm looking at Virgo, I'm hearing Mercury, I'm looking at Gemini, the moon, and also Pluto. All right, my friends, I want to thank everybody for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time.